What's up, tubers? Welcome back to the channel. Today we got a brief Bronco Bash bench update trailer version. Quick question about colors, and then a follow-up to Hey Auto's question about the shop card origins. These are the only ones that I have that I've collected so far. But more about that later. Just the brief bench update. There's really not much here. All that's left is to put this trailer together and some of the extras to go in the bed and decals, and it's done, ready to go. You can see the Bronco peeking back there. Can you see its little nose peeking back there? Yeah. Soon we'll choose some of these decals for various places and get a little bit of detail paints on these, and it'll be ready to go, and I'll have it all final for you. I know it's been taking way too long, way too many updates, and I'm frustrated with it. I want to be done. What I'm waiting for is this Rust-Oleum to dry. Oh my gosh, that was 2 days ago, 3 days ago, and it's still tacky. So maybe by the end of the holidays. My question, real quick, is oxyacetylene tanks. I don't know enough about welding and cutting and torches, and the ones that come in this, what's the correct color for these tanks? It also comes with this super cool little, can you see that? Little cutting torch. How bitchin' is that? And some other little tools I'm going to add, just a contrast color or whatever on it. But my question is, it's some places show that that's the look closer. Yeah, that's the acetylene, and that's the oxygen. That one's supposed to be red or green, and that one's supposed to be black or blue. I'm like, I don't want to be a ribbon counter about it, but if you can help me paint that the correct color, drop a comment. I'd actually really appreciate it. And that's really about all there is left to do. There's not much. I mean, there's just a little dab of color here, some there, and throw it all together, and it'll be a neat little diorama display. Aren't these cool? It's a black box print. It's so cool. They're so modular too. I mean, you can take these apart and put stuff in them, and yeah. So I'm making a mess, but the back of the truck. And no, I can't make these for people. I'm sorry. I really do apologize. I know I'm just a big tease, right? Where do you get the dirt bikes? I have struggled to make those come out right, and it's just I'm not that good at using the printer. Really, I'm winging it. I don't know what I'm doing. Heaven forbid I go on the internet and ask questions. Next thing you know, I hate an entire group of people. I don't know. The shop cards, like I said, these are the only ones that I have that I've collected so far from these people. You can see them a little bit better. Cool channels, cool people. It's a cool idea. I kind of dig it. And when Hayata recently asked, what did he say? What came first, the shop card or the channel? He's making a chicken egg joke, but I get it. He's kind of curious about where they came from, and I kind of was too when I first saw these come about. My first thought was the cards that ham operator radio, that the guys that have a bunch of radios and talk to each other over the world, they'll exchange a card back and forth. It's called QSL card. It's basically a receipt of transmission. Like you're in your little radio station booth talking to someone you don't know where, and you get a transmission back and forth with this guy, and you're like, okay, cool, I want to acknowledge that somehow. They would send a actual article of mail back and forth, with their information on it. And a lot of times it was handmade, hand drawn, or they would have a card printed up, or I'll show you through while I'm doing this. You can see these pictures that I found on the internet of examples of those. It's got to be where the shop card came from. It has to be. My first instinct was, and even Red answered first, that it's similar to what people in their ham shacks would send back and forth the cards. And like you can see in the demographic matches perfectly. I mean, you know, don't anybody get upset. Older people, people that have been building models since they were kids, and they're older and got into ham radios. Some of the pictures that I've seen, like you can see these. There's in the background. There's a model. There, what is that? It looks like a NASCAR. It's not that clear, but then in this one you can see clearly those are. I doubt those are all die cast, but you know, even if they are, he might have been into a different group. But who knows? The chances are he might have built at least one of those. So the connection between sending the cards back and forth and someone who was also into ham radios and other technologies saying creating videos and uploading them to YouTube, it's not that far of a stretch. Where it started, I don't know. I couldn't find that solid of any info. I mean, all the internet's like Reddit, and you know, they wind up being dead ends, and mostly talking about military or aircraft or you know different models than cars. I couldn't find any specific automotive links to like you know who, where, when did that start, or even on the YouTube end trying to do any research. So I don't know. If you do, if you have any idea, you know, feel free to please comment. Let us know. I did stumble across one video while I was looking for it of this guy that was talking about the QSL card and where it came from. I'll put a link to that video in the description too. It's actually pretty entertaining. It's like it's not even 10 minutes long, 9 minutes or something. And you know it kind of confirms my suspicion that Red had also commented on, that it's probably from ham radio operators. What do you think? Yeah? No? I think so. I made these as a joke. I thought it was funny. I was just playing with my printer, made a design, and thought, okay, well, whatever, I'll just make them. And then I wound up using them as cards for the stuff that I thought I was going to sell, and somehow it's become canon to the channel. I think it's funny. And in looking at a lot of the cards, like we were just looking at, it's not that far away. Just something that I hand drew, a representation of myself and the channel, and that's you know, like, okay. Whatever. Thoughts? Let me know. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one, which will probably, most likely, hopefully, be this whole thing. See you then.